Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Regardi Gachagua, after noticing that things are quickly getting out of hand, moved in with speed and decided to restore the hope in Magarini by-election. Remember, Furaha Chengo Gumbao was the one who was awarded a certificate to run under DCP. But then you all remember the video that surfaced from Furaha, who resigned from this DCP. Now, what followed that resignation was that pictures of Furaha meeting William RUTO at the State House. So all these pictures surfaced, and there were indications that they were behind the scene, campaigns to try to convince him to step down. So he took the certificate, but then I think a week or 2 weeks later, decided to resign from the party, DCP party. So what has happened is that there's a video that has been shared concerning a move that Regardi Gachagua took about going after Stanley Kenga. I want to understand something here. Stanley Kenga is the one whom UDA had all the hopes that would actually beat Harrison Kombe, who is the ODM candidate, the one that lost in court. So what is happening here, there's a game being played here, and I'm going to elaborate on this game. But first and foremost, I'd like you to listen to what Regardi said.
This was not about him, it was about the people of Magarini. That party, the Yellow Wheelbarrow, which has betrayed 15 million Kenyans, was at it again. Threw Stanley Kenga under the bus, but here at DCP, he has a new home. Congratulations, Kenga, and we shall be with you every step all the way.
Regarding this move to replace Furaha Chengo with Stanley Kenga is a strategy to kill UDA in Magarini and then try to find a way of beating ODM at the ballot of the by-election. So this is how this game is playing.
I call upon the people of Magarini to give Stanley Kenga a chance to occupy the seat that he won in 2022. He has been with you in the corridors of justice and serving you for the better part of his life as your representative. Stanley holds a bachelor's degree in public management from the KCA University and a diploma in business administration. He served as a councillor between the year 2007 and 2013 and an MCA for 10 years between 2013 and 2022. And he also served as the deputy speaker from 2017 to 2022. I am sure we have the best candidate for Magarini.
First, Stanley Kenga was the one that UDA wanted to actually considered as their flag bearer there. Furaha Chengo was the one that DCP had banked all their hopes on, knew that he's the one who was going to take that seat. Now, Harrison Kombe is the one who had won the elections of Magarini in 2022 general election, but then the courts termed the election full of controversy, so it was nullified. He went to the Court of Appeal, proceeded to the Supreme Court. All those avenues were exhausted, and both courts upheld the decision of the High Court. So what is happening here is that nullification of the Magarini by-election had to be upheld. So that would mean Magarini felt vacant. So Stanley Kenga, after launching a fierce defense, mounting a lot of defense to try to make sure that Harrison Kombe becomes Harrison Kombe's seat is actually nullified. So he was successful. That's when UDA went for him. So UDA knew very well that Stanley Kenga is the one who was going to triumph there, because based on the math, it's as if Stanley Kenga was the one who was supposed to win. Now, if you come to this math where Furaha Chengo is being introduced, Furaha Chengo was actually considered as a Gen Z aspirant, a youthful leader. You will say that Chengo is the one that is best suited to capture the Magarini by-election. But what happens is that Chengo all of a sudden alitoka DCP at the time when DCP needed him the most. So alitoka DCP. Alipotoka DCP, that would mean DCP was a candidate. In fact, it was an embarrassment to Regardi Gachagua, because it followed a chain of people decamping from DCP. So this latest one, ilikuwa ni a total embarrassment. But the way Regardi has quickly countered this move is what has shocked me, because Regardi went for UDA's candidate, Stanley Kenga, to award him a direct candidate ticket of DCP. So that means it's going to go toe to toe with the ODM candidate. But remember, Owen Baya had previously requested ODM to allow UDA take the Magarini slot, because some of the MCAs there, majority of the MCAs there walikuwa ni wa UDA. So walikuwa ni kwamba aache ODM iache hiyo position ilikuwa iende kwa Kenga. Sasa kama Kenga ameenda DCP, do you think Kenga is going to clinch that seat?
This time I also want to tell watu wa ODM that kwa sababu sasa tumekubaliana maneno kidogo that ODM will allow UDA to take the Magarini seat, so that the balance, we will allow them to take Opiyo Wandayi's seat, they allow us to take Magarini.
Let's just be honest, ladies and gentlemen. Will Kenga clinch the seat? Of course, Regardi has pronounced his position on this matter, and the position is that he is for Stanley Kenga. That's why Stanley has been awarded the certificate. So is he going to clinch the seat? Just tell us below in the comment section. But there's another dilemma here. If at all Furaha Chengo goes independent, and Furaha Chengo was a DCP candidate, if he goes independent, and Stanley Kenga has been given a DCP, is there a possibility that DCP is going to split the votes? Because Stanley Kenga is in DCP, but Furaha was a strong member of DCP. In fact, I think is in the neck organ of DCP. So kama ametoka, is it a possibility that the vote there will be split? That is something that you need to watch. So if this drama plays out the way I'm seeing it, there's a possibility that Harrison Kombe will triumph. I'm just saying that there's a possibility. I'm not saying that he will, but the ODM candidate will have some advantage over others. So perhaps if you're watching this channel and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.